Hey golfers, Tony with Reactionary Golf. Just got done with my Calc 3 test, worn out, but I wanted to shoot some video and get it to you. A while back, I asked Brendan, Be Better Golf, to go ahead and try to implement this jumping from the ground to create more additional club head speed and see what happens. So you'll see what happens in his video on some of his swings. So and what I want to talk about is that do we really get force from the ground or is it something else? Now, Newton's laws, first, second, and third law of motion, is based on particles, and I'm not going to get into all of those, but sometimes they're misapplied, and this is one of the cases. We do not actually get any magical power from the ground. We have the ground as resistance, okay? And you'll see when we bounce the tennis ball and golf ball, we get different reactions based on the different coefficients of restitution of the balls and the force we put into it. And so really what I want to take a look at is how we put force into the golf club, because this golf club's not going to move on its own. It has no engine. The golf club does not swing by itself. Okay, the golf club cannot do the work. We have to move the golf club. So, as with any force, being that force is a vector, we have a direction and a magnitude. So, in order to hit the ball straight, we want to make sure that force is going horizontally or parallel to our directed target. So when we look at a vertical force, which is, we'll call that the Z component, or vertical force this way, you know, X, Y, Z is kind of a right-hand rule for that. So my thumb would be Z. So when we take a look at this, if I have force going this way, the question is, how does that affect my horizontal force, okay? Or in this case, could be my y-axis. How does that really affect ball flight? Does more vertical force create more horizontal force? Because if I want to hit this ball and make the ball go forward, if I go this way with the golf club, I'm going to miss the ball. You know, and there's that old myth of keeping the head down, which we know isn't true. But so really the force and how forces are measured in a force plate is the amount of force that I'm putting into the ground or into that force plate. That gives me a resultant value. So in golf, we want more of the horizontal force, not a vertical force trying to create speed. Now, mathematically, yes, the tighter the curve, okay, we can get a measuring the curvature of the arc, it does speed up. But the thing to remember is the more because this club face works, and we have things in 3D, more the club works up and left, the more the face is going to be up and left. So there's a balance. We don't want to be entirely straight. The ball would always go straight if we move the club horizontally, but that doesn't produce as much speed as when it works on an arc. Now, if we work off a perfect pendulum, this club face is constantly changing, and that tangent line to that arc makes the ball go left. We don't want that. So we want to focus in more on the y-axis or more of the horizontal to kind of create this flatter spot through impact. So it's a combination of forward and vertical forces in order to create our best shots. So in order to have more force going down, I have to basically throw this club at the ball. That's me applying force and moving the golf club. What's the best way to do that? That's with the right arm. This has multiple levers, and we can create more speed with a bent arm than we can with a straight arm. Because we want more extension flexion, that produces more speed, and it also keeps that club face square to its path. So don't worry about putting force down into the ground. We got gravity, it's going to help us. But it's that forward motion is that we really need to control to produce our best shots. So in that forward motion is going to be right here. So if you learn how to master your swing from here through here and keeping that direction consistent on a nice tilted arc, you're going to play your best golf. Thanks for watching. For more information on how to really control your hand path and your art, come and visit us inside the golf lab at reactionarygolf.com. Have a great day, guys. We'll see you.